Episode 3, Visitors to Paradise, Part 2. After seeing Sho and Takashi off for a walk, Misuru and Suguru lay slack-jawed for a while. Oh, I'm so bored. Do you want to go for a swim? It's hot and I'm lazy. More importantly, you said they were Sho's classmates or something, right? Yeah, I was surprised. They looked like gravure idols, man. Yeah. Misuru realized then that Derd and Palti were the only two people left in the place. What? When did those girls become the only ones here? Hey, 2 against 2 is just fine. All right, I'll go talk to the girl who looks a little silly, and you go over there and... Hey, that's me too. That kind of energetic girl is my favorite. While this silly exchange was going on, Derd was discussing something with Palti, then grabbed her basket and was about to go somewhere. Misuru and Suguru looked at each other and stood up with a grin on their faces. Hey, girlfriend. Hey, where are you going? Misuru and Suguru called out together to Derd as they headed towards the jungle. Well, I'm going to get some fruits for dinner. Oh, okay, we'll help you. Yeah, sure. We were bored anyway. Thanks. But I don't mind going by myself. Well, let's go together. Yeah, don't be shy. The two walked up to flank Derd, who looked a little distressed and then laughed. I guess I'll ask you to help me then? The two of them smiled unpleasantly at Derd's words. However, they didn't realize that Derd's expression changed to that of a pirate at that moment. From then on, Derd was in the lead, and Misuru and Suguru were following her through the jungle. The humid breeze and smells were unique, and the air was a bit different from the beach. Are you two okay? There are snakes and trees up there, so be careful. Yeah, we're fine. No problem. Misuru and Suguru kept looking at Derd with warm eyes as they walked deeper and deeper into the jungle. Eventually, they looked at each other and nodded. Hey, we should probably get going. Yeah, we'll take a slow approach where no one's coming, he mumbled. Right in front of the two of them, Derd's figure suddenly disappeared as if she was blending into the darkness. Wait, what? Oh, hey, Derd-chan. But their voices were only swallowed by the jungle. There was no reply. Hey, if you leave us in a place like this, I don't remember the way. We'll never make it home. The two of them immediately started to panic. They seemed to have finally realized the seriousness of their situation. But when they ran to the place where Derd seemed to have disappeared, they found nothing there. The two became even more agitated. Oh, hey, Derd-chan. Come on, let's not play hide-and-seek. I'll play with you later. In the dimly lit jungle as far as the eye could see, the two of them grew more and more nervous. And then, out of nowhere, they heard what sounded like the growl of a beast. Hey, there's something weird going on right now. Yo, come on. You're scaring me. There's no way I can hear that. Oh no. There's still something here. Whoa. The two quickly ran away. A high-pitched roar from behind them made them run faster. The two of them forgot themselves and just ran away pathetically. Duh, someone help me. I wasn't expecting much when I heard it was a remote island that wasn't touristy, but I guess there's a lot more stuff here than I thought. Takashi walked out of Tommy's store, carrying the large basket he had borrowed from her. Sho, who had been outside earlier, gave a small smile and said, Well, it's an island with a good amount of people living there. I see. But Sho, is it okay if I don't carry some of that luggage? Takashi said, looking at Sho's large backpack, which was filled to the brim with stuff that even Takashi, who was bigger than Misuru and Suguru, would have a hard time carrying on his own. Sho, on the other hand, was carrying a basket of food in one hand. Takashi must have sensed this, but Sho replied with an unconcerned look on his face. Oh, thanks. But I'm fine with this. Okay, then, rock, paper, scissors. Sho was appalled at the sudden offer, but Takashi started the rock, paper, scissors game. If I lose, you'll have to let me carry your stuff. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Sho hurriedly made a paper in response to the shoot, But as it turned out, Takashi had made a rock. I guess I lost. I'll take that basket. He only took Sho's basket and they started walking. Thanks for the Takashi. Don't worry about it. You're doing all the heavy lifting. Let's just get back. Himiko might get angry with them. I don't want that. Sho chuckled at Takashi. But it's really okay. It's a lot easier than carrying a sleeping Myron-sensei on my back. Sensei, you mean? That blonde woman? Hey Sho, what do you mean by? Oh, no. She has a habit of falling asleep all over the island. Since she lives near my house, sometimes I have to go and collect her. Haha, strange, isn't it? Why is she living near Sho's tent in the first place? And why is she living in a cruiser? There's plenty of land, isn't there? Well, there was a little accident and the cruiser that Sensei was living in ran into my property. And it looks like they can't put it back in the ocean, so they just left it there. What the hell kind of accident would cause a ship that big to crash into? Haha, she's insane in many ways. Takashi couldn't help but burst out laughing at Sho's rather unconcerned demeanor. Ha. You've changed a lot. No, it's like you're back to your old self. Huh? The old days. Yeah, back when Himiko, me and you were playing together. When he was told that, Sho remembered those days when the three of them were still innocent and young. It was true that Sho didn't pay as much attention to Himiko as he did now, and he was equal to Takashi. It didn't matter what their parents' positions were, they could just be themselves. A lot has changed about your parents since then, but I'm still a little worried about you, and I'm sure Himiko feels the same way. Takashi, yes, thank you. Sho thanked him honestly. At his words, Takashi gave a slightly sad smile. Well, the part about being strong at rock, paper, scissors hasn't changed. You're just you, Sho. Haha, you're right. The only thing I'm good at is rock, paper, scissors, Sho huffed as he said this to himself. Then he remembered the words that Minamata said to him before and what Palti said to him. Yes, I don't care if it's a weapon or a new rule or whatever. For example, it could be state-of-the-art equipment, and you could add rule conditions that are favorable to you. Rules that work for me. Yes, you're right. I'll give you one hint to apologize for this time. Sho has a special ability. Special ability. Yeah, it was inspiration. It was a revelation. At that time, an image had already appeared in Sho's mind. And it was this image that would greatly affect his future. This paradise war. Thanks, Takashi. Thanks to you, I have a good idea. I don't know, but I hope I've done something to help. The two were approached by another person. Hey Sho and Takashi, is it? Were you two shopping? It was Mike and Ichiro, coming from the other side of the street with some kind of package. Hey, Mike and Ichiro? Why are you here? Well, Palti asked us to get some bedding for the guests. Oh, no need to bother. Takashi gave a small bow to Mike and the others. Nah, Sho's friends are like friends to us too. Besides, it was an honor to have an audience with the queen you've been talking about. Queen. You know, Mike, Himiko-chan is not like that. Well, I can't deny it, but she's not a bad girl. I know. A woman's selfishness is a pretty thing. I understand how beautiful she is. But Sho, it seems that you still have your heart set on her. What are you talking about, Mike? Oh, you know what? You have the luxury of having Dird and the others with you. With that exchange, Mike naturally pushed Sho forward to pull him away from Takashi. The two of them continued to talk about Himiko. While Mike was distracting Sho, Ichiro was quietly moving next to Takashi. Ichiro asked in a whisper, "What are you doing here?" "You." Takashi looked at Ichiro in surprise. But Ichiro softly put his index finger to his mouth and said, Keep your head forward and be natural. I'm going to see the stars in the sky." Ichiro nodded once and held a small pendant in the same shape as Takashi's. When Takashi saw that Sho wasn't looking at him, he quickly switched it with his own. Then he handed his own pendant to Ichiro. "Oh, I see. The stars are really beautiful here at night, you know." "Yeah, and the ocean is beautiful, too." Takashi breathed a sigh of relief at Ichiro's words as the tension disappeared. And that was when it happened. Yeah, huh? Please help me. A loud scream was heard from the jungle, and the next moment Masuru and Suguru crossed in front of Sho and the others with tremendous speed and then fell off the cliff into the sea. Sho and his friends returned to the tent on the beach. Masuru and Suguru were slumped in the shade of a tree, soaking wet. Their faces were pale, and they both chattered their teeth and spoke in shaky voices. Oh, there really was the beast. Oi, it attacked us. Yes, I didn't know. The jungle was that dangerous. They shouted, but Sho only nodded his head. I'm pretty sure there aren't any large predators on this island, but Dird was with you, wasn't she? Yeah, but we got separated on the way too, and I didn't see any such beasts. I didn't hear any monkeys or see any free-range dogs. With that, Dird stuck out her tongue and took the fruit she had collected to Palti. At the tent, Mike and the others were bringing in the bedding. It's not like you're hurt, come on, you two should help a little. It's where you guys will sleep in the first place. Shut up, we're tired. Yes, we are. And we're your guests. Masuru and Suguru mumbled weakly, and Sho could only furrow his brows in disbelief. At that moment, a cabot padded towards Masuru and Suguru. Mia? Whoa! What the hell are you? Go away. I don't want to see any animals right now. With that, Masuru and Suguru threw a twig at the cabot. The cabot dodged it and ducked behind Takashi. Hey, don't hit a kid who doesn't matter. It's embarrassing. He glared at Masuru and Suguru lightly, making them both shudder. Duh, because... Sho, get that thing away from us. Get it away from us. Yes, yes. That's it. Sho was dumbfounded, but he picked up the trembling cabot who was hiding behind Takashi. Mia. The cabot mewed, wagging her tail at Takashi. Oh, it looks like she's thanking Takashi. Huh. They seem to be in a bit of a bad mood, you know. Don't get too close. Takashi patted the cabot's head lightly and headed straight for the tent. After entering the tent, Takashi poured some juice into a glass and handed it to Himiko. He then whispered to her, I got your stuff. Yeah, that was a little quicker than I thought. Himiko, who was sweating profusely, sipped her juice and took a breath. Now all I have to do is bring it back, and I'll be able to get the loan. Yes, but I'm still not convinced. Himiko's expression was grim. She raised her eyebrows and looked annoyed. How can you just come to this island and ask me to bring back a pendant that contains unknown information without telling me who and what they want? No matter how much you say to help your company, it seems that I am doing a disgusting job and I feel bad. In the first place, we should be equal to the deal, right? I'm sure there's more to this island than meets the eye. Well, I certainly think there's something strange about this island, too. Takashi generally agreed with Himiko's opinion. If that was the case, then it made sense that Minamata had been trying so hard to get them to leave. Takashi said in a slightly hushed voice so as not to be heard outside. But I think we'd better stop looking into it. That Minamata guy and that Myron woman are not normal. I don't want Himiko to be in danger of getting some strange facts. Himiko fell silent at Takashi's righteous argument. But of course, she wasn't convinced. Well, what about the rest? That Minamata guy said he'd send it over any time. At these words, Himiko was silent for a while, as if troubled, holding her juice. Then she murmured, It's a beautiful island, isn't it here? Yeah, if it was just nature, it'd be a first-class resort. Your lunch was pretty good too. I have to admit, I was surprised by that. It tasted like it could have been served at a top-notch traditional Japanese restaurant. Speaking of which, when I accompanied Sho to the store earlier, he bought a lot of things again. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have some good food tonight. I guess so. Takashi's words seemed to tip the scales in Himiko's mind. Okay, I'll keep you company for a few more days. It would be boring to go back on the boat trip right away. In the meantime, maybe we'll learn something about the secrets of this island. Yeah, okay. And, after a short silence, I'd like to talk with Shokun about some more things. That night, a dinner party was held with food prepared mainly by Palti. Myron gave her permission to use the cruiser's toilet and bath, but only for Himiko. Sho and his friends thought she was finally ready to stop being mean to Himiko and had no idea that the fake Myron had been bullying Himiko. Himiko was surprised at this at first, but soon accepted the idea and proceeded to eat as if satisfied. The next day, Sho told Myron that he wanted to go to the secret cove so that Himiko and the others could enjoy themselves. Myron said, "It's unusual for Sho to ask me so honestly." "That's fine." And soon after, Sho borrowed a fishing boat from Minamata and took Himiko and the others to the cove where they had played so hard before, including Dird and the girls. Sho and Himiko climbed to the top of the hill together to see the many natural wonders of Banjo Island. As expected, Himiko was very excited and moved by this. Of course, Takashi, Misuru, and Suguru were very happy with the place. The time passed quickly and soon the night would come. After dinner, Sho was alone with Himiko, chatting on the beach, looking out at the ocean. Himiko looked much more at ease than she had at first. That cove was really beautiful. I'm sure this could attract a lot of tourists eventually. I could even turn it into a resort at my place. Haha, I'm glad you're happy. But, I've been to that place before, the broken bridge? I fell off that bridge into the ocean once. I was really scared that time. That sounds like fun. I wish I could have seen your physical tricks. Gee, tricks are, hard though. Himiko stared at Sho with calm eyes as he laughed naturally. Himiko spoke up as the noisy voices of Dird and the others could be heard slightly from the tent. Hey Shokun, why did you come to this island? Sho was a little confused by the sudden question. Oh, didn't I tell you before I moved here? My parents suddenly decided that they wanted to live here. It turns out that they made a mistake in the contract, and they still can't come here. It's annoying, isn't it? You know how much trouble I'm in right now because of it, haha. Yeah, it was pretty hard at first, but once I got used to it, I realized it's a good island. Minamata-san and the girls were all very nice to me, and I guess that's what you get when you live here. It's still a little hard to live as a survivalist, though. Himiko looked at Sho quietly, and then laughed. Okay, there's no way Shokun can hide something like that from me. What? It's nothing. Shokun, you've changed since you came to this island. I should say I'm back to my old self. Oh! That's what Takashi had said to him. It appeared that Himiko had been thinking the same thing. Besides, you seem to be having a lot more fun than when you were with me on the mainland. You're kind of lively, and it does remind me of the old days. This is the real Shokun, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. It's okay. If the environment changes, people's positions and ways of thinking will also change. And it was me who decided that Shokun could not be my partner for life. You're right. When she said that again, Sho remembered that he had been rejected that day, but now he realized that he was not so shocked. Still, it's true that both me and Takashi were worried about our childhood friend. Yeah, I know. Thank you. For a while after that, only the sound of the waves flowed silently between them. Hey Shokun, you don't think I should be poor, do you? She asked as if she knew the answer. Sho quickly replied. That's, well, unthinkable, isn't it? That's why you chose Takashi, right? At Sho's words, Himiko turned her back on him and closed her eyes for a moment, a little sadly. Yes, I did. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But Himiko immediately smiled confidently as she always did. I'll be going home in the morning. It's about time I had a good night's sleep in a proper bed. Haha, that was indeed hard on Himiko-chan. But it wasn't so bad. It warmed Sho's heart a little to hear her say that. The next morning, Himiko and the others boarded a cruiser and left Banjo Island. On the cruiser, Himiko and Takashi stared at the shrinking island and talked. So, we never did find out the mystery of the island, did we? I don't care. We got what we came for, and Shokun seems to be doing well. With that, Himiko lightly shook the pendant in her hand in satisfaction. If it bothers you, would you like to come back to the island? As long as we get permission beforehand, I don't think it'll be anything like this time. Yes, but that's enough. I'm more interested in going on my next vacation to a place with a decent hotel. Yeah, got it. Meanwhile, Misuru and Suguru were about to open the lid of the case that was in their cabin. Heh, what in the world is in here? The case had been buried near the beach. The cabot was trying to dig it up, but the two of them found it and chased the cabot out of the way so they could dig it up themselves. They took the case from her. They had been looking forward to opening it on the return trip and finally get to see what was inside. What is this? Is it candy? Humph. But hey, it's the kind of thing those bastards would be obsessed with. Food is what it is. That's true. But it looks like something foreign, doesn't it? And it's pretty new, isn't it? Seeing as how they didn't give it to us, but kept it in a sturdy case like this, it's pretty rare, huh? Maybe it was Sho's prized possession. I see. That's right. I'll take it since it's so rare. Don't you have to tell Himiko and Takashi? It's only one bag. They won't know if we don't tell them. Yeah, I guess that's true. The two grinned at each other. Finally, they opened the suspicious, poisonous-colored pastry bag. Cabot M. grinned. Minamida noticed and called out to her. You seem to be having some fun, aren't you? Mia. Sho and the others were now all looking at Himiko's cruiser. Mike and Ichiro were not there today, but Dird and the girls were waving them off. Aaliyah and the others were laughing at them, and Myron said, "Finally, the noisy ones are gone," to which they all replied, "You're the loudest one, though." Then, from the distant cruiser, they heard what sounded like a cry of "Gaha," but it was soon lost in the sound of the waves, and Sho and the others never heard it. But on Minamida's shoulder, M was smiling a little happily. It was as if she had succeeded in some kind of devious scheme. Well, anyway, thank goodness, they're going home. Minamida said tiredly, and Sho returned apologetically. I'm sorry, Minamida, I've caused you a lot of trouble. Himiko-chan, she's not a bad girl, but she's always been like that. And Takashi and his friends haven't changed at all. Haha, well, I'm glad everything turned out okay. Thank you, Minamida. Thanks to everyone, too. You've helped me a lot this time. I had fun too, so it's okay. I'm a little tired, though. It was a bit noisy, but it was lively and fun. Yes, it was a valuable experience to be able to talk with Sho's friends. Please don't mind me, Sho. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Sho thought he had caused a lot of trouble, but the girl's kind words saved him. So, he made a slightly serious face and said, Minamida-san, so I'd like to talk to you for a minute, if that's okay. Oh, okay. Minamida nodded quickly, probably having guessed from Sho's appearance. Sho and Minamida moved away a little and started talking quietly so that the girls couldn't hear them. I'm sorry to bother you. I was wondering about the alternative to the acoustic weapon. Oh, did you come up with something? Yes. Actually, Sho told him his suggestion. What? At first, Minamida was terribly shocked and very confused, but then his expression gradually changed and he finally agreed. I see. I'll let the boss know. I'll contact you again when I get an answer. Is that okay with you? Yes, thank you very much. Sho replied with a cheerful expression. Why hadn't I noticed something so simple before? While thinking about this, Sho's eyes lit up with a bright face. If the current proposal was accepted, the situation would surely change rapidly. He was sure of it. They soon returned to Dird and the others. Their Minamida said, Hey guys, thanks for all your hard work today. Thanks to you, we were able to hide the secret of the island. I'll have to do something to repay you next time. Oh yeah, Miss Myron, I want to tell you a few things about the next battle, okay? Right now? Yeah, I'm kind of in a hurry. Yes, okay. Well, you guys, I'm off for a bit. I may not be back tonight. But don't worry. Myron smiled in a disgusting way, but Sho and the others just let it go with a dumbfounded, yes. Myron looked frustrated and said, "Key." Then she and Minamata entered the basement of his house, and Myron gasped. Because bound there was the fake Myron. "Actually, I wanted to talk to you about how to handle her." "So, you knew all this from the beginning, didn't you?" "I did consider it as a possibility at the stage when the forces were evenly distributed to the 4 forces, as if it was planned. Including the fact that they'd probably use the pooled money as a quid pro quo." "You're a scary man." "It wasn't me. She saw it all coming. Most people are like babies to her. The owner of this island, right?" "Yes. The only mistake we made was not being able to stop Kokoma's friend, Himiko-chan's parents, from messing with the company. As a result, we allowed them to betray Kokoma-kun. Perhaps they had promised to provide that information database in exchange for a loan." "Where's that data?" "It's been switched, of course." "Oh, but I've made sure that the fake data has a certain value, so that a certain country that sent a woman who looks a lot like Miss Myron won't renege on their promise." "Value?" Myron asked, and Minamata showed her some information on a monitor. When Myron saw it, "This is... but... ah-ha-ha-ha, ka-ha-ha-ha-ha-ha," she burst out laughing and shaking. Because it was full of embarrassing secrets that the masterminds of a certain country would want to hide. "Hi, hee. I see, that's quite an elaborate way to get back at me. Then, we're going to fix her plastic surgery and erase all her memories related to this case. But before that, I'll have to analyze the data from her memories to find out how she got to Banjo Island and what kind of support organization is behind it. After that, I plan to return her to you." Myron managed to stop laughing there and said with a somewhat serious face, "I see. So, what about the disposition of the important space side collaborators? Do you think that maybe they're going to be destroyed?" "No, I'm just warning them about their future. I think their intentions are going to move in a direction that doesn't have much to do with them." "Huh? What do you mean?" "Oh, actually, in exchange for the injunction against the use of the acoustic weapon, there was a condition that Kokoma-kun offered just now. I've already tossed it to the top, so it'll be discussed soon. I'll let you know when it's decided." Well, okay. So, I guess we can consider this matter closed then." "Yeah, fine." "Yeah, and I'm wondering about something else, if that's okay?" What is it?" "You see, the new country that will be formed as a result of this battle will incorporate Earth, right?" "Yes, that's right." "What kind of intention is it to incorporate Earth into the pirates' new country?" "Because it's a pretty special place, even if it's just the birthplace of the current empress, isn't it?" At Myron's question, Minamata put his hand on his chin as if he was thinking a little. Then he answered, "Well, I guess you didn't want to make it a special place, did you?" "What?" "Of course, the country that Dird and her friends are going to join is just a newborn, and Earth is still just an egg." "Well, it's kind of hard to explain." Well, I can kind of understand. But I see what you mean. You're a tough guy after all." So that's what Myron had interpreted it to mean, that he wanted to keep Earth from having some sort of superiority complex about being a special planet when it went into space. Be that as it may, the battle has been temporarily suspended until Kokoma-kun's deliberations are over. Yes, I understand. I'll look forward to seeing what Shokuen has proposed." "See you then," Myron said and walked out. "Oh, she left so easily this time." "Oh, were you actually expecting something?" Kabit-M said sarcastically to the disappointed Minamata. "No, because it seems that what everyone, the seniors, said is true. I'm sure it's a little complicated, though, since we're dealing with Miss Myron. But that's for them to decide, isn't it?" "Yes. I'm grateful for the peace here, and I used to get a lot of similar comments. Now I'll support Kokoma-kun in the shadows." History repeats itself. Now let's start treating the imposter, shall we? "Yeah, okay.